Okay, good morning. We have a pyramid workout today. Pyramid is 7 moves in this pyramid, in this particular pyramid. 30 seconds each. We stack on to like 3.5 minutes of work, and then we start taking moves off. So giddy up. Have all your dumbbells ready to go. You can go heavier, you can go lighter. Put your fitness tracker on HIIT training. I'm hoping this is going to be about 45 to 50 minutes. Here we go. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, pull down. Do it again. So we have a nice variety today. We have some push-ups. I'll give you options for that. We have some biceps. We have some squats, some back work. And the cardio is really fun. It's going to be like different every time. I'm going to try to get a big variety in. But you can always do what you want for cardio. You know, do what works for you. Last one. We're going to hold the arms down, opening the chest, and tap it out. Rotate through that rib cage. We're going to keep the feet and kick back. I don't think we have a per se tricep move today, but that's okay. We worked them yesterday. And they'll be working with everything else we're doing. Good. 8, 7, 6, 4 more. We're going to go hamstring curl and a pull. 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 I like to spread those fingertips nice and big. Let's take it on an angle and then go the other way. Haven't done this one in a while. If you don't like it, just stay facing front. Last 2. And step touch when you're ready. We're going to pull down. Pull. Getting everything nice and warm. Good. Good. 8 more. Let's bring the hands together and slam. Good. 4, 3, march it out. And get nice and low in that march. Lift those knees up. And we're going to go forward and back. You're going to lead with one leg to start, and then we'll lead with the other. So just kind of pay attention to that. Good. And then hold your squat. Tap the toes. Abs are in and up. 4 more. Remember that march we did? We're going to march on the other leg now. And then when you're ready, take it forward and back. You can stay as low as you want here. A little bit more quad engagement and core. If you put your hands on your abs, you'll really feel them here. Four more. 3, 2. We're going to hold those feet and tap those toes again. You can sit a little lower in that squat. You should be able to lift your toes up when you're in a squat. 4 more. We're going to take this leg and we're going to curtsy and tap and curtsy and tap. These are going to be slow. Just opening up that hip. I almost lost my balance there. Kind of find that curtsy and tap down. Good. And last one more each side. And then come all the way up. Circle those arms. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Take a big deep breath up. And we're going to go into a plank. So you can get into that plank however you want. And we're going to go plank, down dog. Super slow. If you want to spend more time in down dog, you do that. You can make that plank as long as you want. I like to do these really slow in the warm-up. Good. And then the next time you get to a plank, come down to your elbows. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of dolphin to plank. Again, nice and slow. So the heels are up. And then as you come forward into that plank, you kind of like saw forward to the big toes. Good. And last one, we're going to come all the way down. Good. Make a big X. Come onto the sides of your hands. And your feet are going to be wide here. Your toes are pointed. And we're just going to lift the chest and the arms and pull, reach, and lower. Just the upper body. Lift, pull. You can look a little bit in front of you, but try not to lift your head. Now, if you want to add the legs or one leg, I always like to start with one. And then you can do the other. And then you can do both. Really work on that postural pull there. You can hold it there. And then you're reaching out long. Sometimes we miss the reach out before we lower. So reach out a little further. And we only have one more. I'm pretty winded here already. All right, come back. Child's pose. You can have your knees closer together or further apart. Just kind of notice what the body's feeling, if there's any tight areas. And then we're going to come up and get started. Ooh, all right. So the first move, it's going to be, everything's a surprise today. I'll tell you in the 30-second break we have. So the first one, you're going to have one weight here. It's a squat to a swing in the center, squat to the other shoulder, swing. So try it without weight first. So it's rack, make sure you're not here, up and swing, and up and swing. So it's really like a squat and then a deadlift. So your hips go back, okay? For the first one, I'm just gonna use a 10 just to get started. You can always go heavier as you get warmer, but the first one out of the gate, just get used to the movement. After that, we're going to work our biceps. So I'm probably going to grab the other 10 for that. Okay. So we're going to rack that weight, feet apart where you would be for a squat. Here we go. So chest up, hips back, and then hips back, chest kind of facing. 30 seconds. Really driving those hips. So you might feel like you want to go heavier next time. You don't have to. Finish your last one and recover. The next one, we're going to have two weights. We're going to go side to side. Sumo with a curl. You can also take one weight. Hold on to the head of the dumbbell. Okay? Just make sure your elbows stay down. Okay? So I'm going to use 10s for that one. All right. In 10 seconds, we're going to put moves 1 and 2 together. All right. Ready? Rack it. Make sure you have an even grip. Here we go. I'm going to show from this side. A lot of core as those hips drive forward. That squat doesn't have to be big. If you want it more of like a shallow squat, A-okay. 5 seconds. Get ready to grab 2 dumbbells and get that other dumbbell. Squat and curl. You can also do a diamond curl. pressing the weights in. That's a little harder though. I'm not going to do that right now. So I love this playlist. Curl. It's like a little hammer curl. One more. Ooh, put them down. All right, that's move 1 and 2. Move 3, 4 swimmers, 2 push-ups. So we did this in the warm-up, kind of. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 push-ups. Okay, you can do push-ups, knees, or toes. All right, roll core and chest. And if you don't like the push-ups, just do the swimmers, okay? When you're ready, I'm gonna go a little heavier for my up and over. Here we go. So feet don't need to be too wide on this one. I'm gonna shorten my squat. Okay. So use the legs to get that weight up. It's one of my faves. Give me one more. Finish with that swing. And we're gonna go right to biceps. So you can go heavier, you can go lighter today. You know, if you did a heavy lift yesterday, maybe you're using more moderate today. I love one dumbbell for this. So I have 115 out, I might use that. Ooh. Finish one more. Go right down to the floor. 4 swimmers. Keep that neutral gaze. Two push-ups. This way you get your heart rate up. You can do those 2 push-ups, one on the knees, one on the toes. I'm gonna do that. And recover. Whew. All right. Move 4 is a cardio move. We did this yesterday. The key is unloading that ankle. So it's punch, jump, punch. You want to really get that side stretch. Jump. If you don't want to jump, you can come up on the toes. And make sure you really rotate, okay? Woo. 4 moves. Up and over squat. Here we go. Get ready. And go. Pump up that jam. I love this song. I love this playlist. The millennials and the Gen Zers would call this a retro. Not for me. I'm really a boomer, but I hate to say that, so I identify more as Gen X than boomer, but I am technically boomer. Last one. All right, sumo. I'm gonna use one weight. Keep those elbows down. So while you're doing this, look at your dumbbells, see what you have. Is it time to get new dumbbells? Is it time to get on Amazon? That's a good feeling, right? You get excited, you get something heavier. I'm gonna try to get something heavier this weekend. I'm looking for like an 18 for some things. Last one, swimmers and push-ups. So it's good to check in. You know, if you haven't bought a dumbbell in 3 years, might be time to do that. Another thing you can do on these push-ups is power push-ups. Oh, I like that. Remember, we have that cardio move. So you don't have to do it every time. Get a little lower if you can. Finish one more. And come on up for that cardio. The key is getting those arms nice and straight all the way up, because this is more heart rate with the arms. Feet wide. You don't have to do the jump. You can just tap and lift. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll do that one more time. Next time. Next one, while you're recovering, it's a row fly stack on. We're stacking on just the fly. So it's 1 row, 1 fly. 1 row, 2 flies. 1 row, 3. And you're gonna go slow on that fly. So I would get weights that you would use for a rear delt fly. All right. I'm gonna try to use maybe 10s to start. Are we ready? Up and over. And these are 15. And then keep it for the bicep curl. Ready? Here we go. So really bracing that core here. This will be the first move to drop off. So you have a few more rounds of it. So assess how you feel. One more. Sumo side to side curl. I'm going to try to go deeper in my squat this time. Again, you can have 2 weights. Push those weights into each other. I might do that next time. Last one. Swimmers and push-ups. Remember to keep that long reach to the crown of the head. And make sure your core is in tight, because if it's not on the swimmer, you might feel like you're rocking this way, and we don't want that. Really squeeze those glutes. Get those arms long. How long can you reach? Whew. One more. Come up for your cardio. It's the last time for this move, but if it's like a favorite, you can do it during the cardio. Feel those obliques. Come on. Woo. Up. Straighten those arms. Up. Woo. Last one. Recover. All right. Row to fly. Woo. 1 row. 1 fly. 1 row. 2 flies. Think about your abs being tight. Don't rush to get to 5, okay, or 6. Think about how slowly you come down. That's going to make it harder. Abs are tight. Ooh. All right. And that's your last one. Recover. So I made it to 4, but on that last round, I only made it to 2. Perfectly fine. All right. Move 6. We're on the floor. All right. Ooh, it's a V-sit. Option to hold a weight. I'm just showing you. We're going to switch side to side. So I'm on my right side right now. If you don't want to hold a dumbbell, just hold your arm straight up. Okay? If you hate that, maybe you hold a modified side plank. Okay? All right, ready? So you're going to have to keep track of the sides on that. I'll do my best to guide you. All right. 6 moves, 3 minutes of work. Up and over. Here we go. Feel those glutes. Give them a squeeze. Woo! Nice, everybody. A lot of core, right? Last one. All right. Curl. So you can bring them together. A little harder. Diamond curl. Woo! When you think about the bicep, you want to keep that elbow down. Use those inner thighs. Last one. Down on the floor, swimmers, and push-ups. Get your arms straight. Lift everything up. If you want to do 8 swimmers and 1 push-up, you can. I'm just doing 2 push-ups because I'm on my knees. I'm going to try to get low. Come on. Reach those arms out. And I'm going to have time for 4 swimmers, and that's it. Come on up. Oh, cardio, I forgot. This one's an easy one. Moguls. You can be here. Or jump it. But the key is getting the arms over your head. So pull like you have 2 battle ropes, or you're doing that skier machine. These are all going to work the core. Ooh. I'm going to change it next time we do it. 3, 2, row to fly. Stack it on. I'm going to go a little lighter. Come on, light up that back. So we're only stacking on the fly. It's always 1 row. Good. Come down with control. Ooh, low core. Use the back to lift the weights, not your hands. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, come on down to your right side. On your right back pocket. You don't have to hold a weight. You can also do it with just 1 leg going up. Go nice and slow. Let those legs float. Ear off your shoulder. This hand is just there for a little counterbalance. Come on, reach those feet up to the dumbbell. Ooh. Come up. Last one. Control it. Bring it down. Last one. All right, next time we'll do left. I'm going to put a little dumbbell reminder over there. All right, the last move is an upright row burpee. The reason I put this in here was so you are forced to pick up the dumbbells. So I'm going to use 12s. If you want, you can just do the sumo with the upright row like this if you don't want a burpee. Just go sumo. Believe me, it'll get your heart rate up. Otherwise, you're going to put the weights down. Keep your feet wide. Stand upright row. Be careful when you come up that you don't pull the weights here when your back is rounded. You have to be in a squat, pick up the weights, and then row, okay? Because if you go too fast, you could hurt yourself. All right. All 7 moves. All right. Up and over. Here we go. We're going to do this again. So you're not getting out of this one. Keep that back straight from that hinge. Don't let your head come out of alignment. 5 seconds. Last one. We have that bicep curl. Woo. Two weights. With that diamond press, I dropped to 2 weights. Stay in that control. You can go heavier, slower. Chest up. Is that inner and outer thigh? Zip them up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Swimmer. Set it up first. Remember, you can add that power push-up. These are very intentional. Get everything up first before you do the swimmer, okay? One more. Everything up. Last one. Woo, come on up. We're gonna hop side to side. You can also go here. But get up on those toes. Woo. I'm gonna add on to this next time. Not yet, but I'll clue you in. Move your feet as one unit if you can. That's your core. If your core's not turned on, you're not gonna be able to do it. Woo. Heels up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Row to fly. If you don't like the stack, get something lighter so you can do multiples of the fly. That's where we're getting a little bit more back and back shoulder. I like mixing in that row. Come on. If you forget where you are, don't worry about it. Finish your last one. All right, bring it down on your left side. Weight in that opposite hand. Ooh, I almost fell back. So you want to find that position where you don't roll all the way back. I like to look up at the dumbbell. So you want to make sure your arm is straight, not here. If you don't hold the dumbbell, just hold your arm up straight. A little harder for me on this shoulder to stabilize. Use your abs to move the legs. Keep going. What you're not doing is adding momentum. There's very little going on with the upper body. Arm is straight. Arm is straight. Last one. Woo! Upright row with the burpee, or maybe you want to just do a sumo. So I'm going to start with the upright row. 30 seconds. I'm going to stand and do my upright row. Should be nice and warm to jump in. Your weight should be heavy enough that you want to pick them up and then do the row. They shouldn't be light like you're doing the row as you're coming off the ground. Ooh. Heels down. Heels down as you burpee back. Last one. Good job. Ooh. All right. You get 45 seconds. And then we do everything from the bottom up. All 7 moves. And then it'll be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The weirdest thing that happens as an instructor is sometimes I feel like I forgot a number. I'm like, did I just skip a number? Is this what happens when you get older? I try not to use age as an excuse, because I hear people say that all the time. Well, I'm blah, blah, blah. Okay, so tell me something else. You could be very young 70-year-old or a very old 70-year-old. The choice is yours. You have choices because it's never too late to put a weight in your hand. All right, upright row burpee. Now just think about, you're going to be followed by that V up on the right side, okay? So I'm going to get that weight on that right side so I'm there. I don't have to switch too much. Then the row fly. The cardio is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, in, out, if you want, or just keep going with the jumps side to side. So it's a nice little stack on there. Ready? You probably got a minute of recovery. And upright row burpee. Here we go. Knees are slightly bent on that upright row. Tuck that pelvis and pull with your back, not your hands. I feel my core. One more. Come down to the mat on your right side. Ooh. This will be something different after we go to the other side. So you're only lowering to here. You're using your abs to lift the legs. And that dumbbell is up nice and high, almost like a windmill, okay? If you come up too high, you might roll onto your low back. We don't want that. Whew. You're not moving the weight, moving the legs. Last one, row to fly. Remember where you were last time you did this. You know, did you get to 4? You're not racing. I don't want you going like 10 reps. That'd be too fast. You want to come down slow. I'm on 3 right now. It's human nature to want to beat your last one for sure. Come on. And you're out. Don't worry about getting that last one in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Haven't done this one in a while. You're kind of staying on your toes the whole time. Great for bone density. Your heels might come down on that thrust back. Remember, it's a side-to-side hop. Use those obliques. Ooh, last one. Woo! All right. Ooh, swimmers, push-ups. Right into it. All right. Ooh, it's hard to go this way. So I'm going to slow down. That breathing. Here's where you might want to do 1 push-up. And finish your last one. Come on up. Sumo curl. Almost there. Grab those weights and get right into it. I have a person, keep going, a woman who comes to my class, she's always late, and she'll come in and she'll be like, she'll do whatever we're doing. And I'm like, wait, It's true what they say about all the different personalities in the class. Last one, up and over, and keep these weights. So if you don't have one heavy weight, you can use two. This is actually 1 pound heavier than what I was using. Last one for this. So just make sure you keep those dumbbells connected. Whew. Abs tight. Oh, my shoulders. Use your legs to push the weight up and your core. Oh. One more. Ooh. And time. 30 seconds only, no more 45. All right. Assess where you're at. We start with that upright row burpee. Woo. Woo. Oh, the core move. Whew. It's going to be a single side dead bug. Let me just show you real quick. One heavy weight. Just the right. Okay? Legs in tabletop. So any weight that you would do a pullover, I'm going to go like probably a 10 on that because it's more about the core than the back. All right, ready? You got some more break there. Upright row. So I may only get 4 upright rows. That's okay. You're doing it like 8 times. So it's a lot. Don't make me multiply. Ooh, so you might get a total of 30 to 40. Upright rows is your last one. All right. Core. Woo. I'm just going to use a 12. Just the right leg. Single-sided. Other leg stays in tabletop. It's pretty slow. You want to make sure you're not arching. If you have trouble with this one, you can keep your left toe on the floor. Okay? But both are active. A lot of counter stability going on here. Remember, it's a pullover. I'll try to work some triceps in next time. All right, bring it in. Woo. Row to fly. I'm going to stay on my knees because you can. Just hinge forward. A little bit easier to kind of make that transition. Just make sure your hips are back. Strike it up. Woo. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, you might not get that last round in. Woo. All right, we're going to do that mogul one more time, and then we'll change it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Last one. All right. Come on up. Swimmers, push-ups. I do not like this one. I'm going to start with the push-up. I'm going to do 1 push-up. 4 swimmers. You can too. Getting a lot of push-ups in today. You should feel that low back working. That extension. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, sumo. Side to side curl. Last time for this one. Ooh. You know, can you do a twisting curl? Sure. Elbows are down. Last time. Come on. Use your biceps here. Last one. And put them down. All right. Upright row burpee. 30 seconds. You have a break. We have that dead bug with the left leg. Okay. You want to imagine somebody holding pressure on that right knee so it doesn't come too far into the chest. Then row to fly. You can do it on your knees. The cardio, oh, it's going to be a good one. Lateral animal crawl. You come up at the end. 2 crawls right here. And sit into the heels at the end, all right? Woo. All right, upright row burpee. We're gonna finish with the swimmers. Last time for that push-up series. Ready? Here we go, squeeze those glutes. High pull. So you have to really pay attention to how your body feels. You did a lot of core today. So your upper body might say, oh, I can lift heavier. But if your back is feeling weak, you want to defer to that. Last one. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Come on down. Pull over. I'm going to use the same weight I did. Left leg. Ooh. So if you had a kid or friend, the friend would hold your leg like this just to make sure you don't bring it in. And just really lock it in there. Think about reaching that toe out as opposed to down, like a hollow hold. And that weight just comes to the right above the chest and shoulders. You're not bringing it to the knee. One more. And bring it in. Woo! All right. Row to fly. You go a little heavier. Here we go. Keep that nice straight back. If you're not comfortable in this position, just go standing. This is harder on your core. Come on. Ooh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. All right. Cardio. Oh, animal crawl. Here we go. I like to do them slow. And then you can always pick it up. The end is slow. The middle can be quick. Pick that chest up. That's important. Your chest is up. Oh, one more. Little quads. And swim it. Last time. Thank goodness. I like to try to keep my toes down on the push-ups. I feel like I have to tell myself, though, to do it. As long as your hips are down. Reach first. Swimming is as important as the push-up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back in child's while you can. Whew. All right. 30 seconds. 4 moves. All right. Last time for that animal crawl. Thank goodness. And if you really don't like to have your hands down, You can just come to the, like, you can just come to the fingertips if you don't like having your hands down, and then lift them up. Whew, it's a fun one. All right. Upright row. Okay. You can also single out the upright row. You can do right and left. Ready? Squeeze those glutes. Here we go. Zip up that coat. I had my North Face coat out this morning. Last one. Woo. All right. Come down to your back. Woo. No weight. Legs up. One crunch, one toe touch. I'm sorry I didn't preview this one. Crunch and toe. Make sure you're not here, okay? Straighten those legs. You can. You're not locking your knees, you're using your hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings, this might be hard. Okay, do your best. Flex your feet. Try to get to those toes. Last one. All right, row to fly. I'm gonna go back to standing. Remember, on a fly, you have a slight bend in the elbow. Like a chest fly kind of thing. Or like a pullover, we have a slight bend in the elbow. Pay attention to that cervical spine, that you're not here. I see that all the time. You have 5 seconds. See what you can get in. Time. Woo! All right, animal crawl. Last time. And if you don't like this, you can do whatever other cardio you liked. We mix it up for a reason. Hitting the quads and the obliques. Last one. Whew. Yowza. All right. 3 moves. All right. Whew. I'm going to show you the core move. One heavy weight. Your arms are going to be here, not here. Ankles crossed. We're going to skull crush, but we're not going to bring the arms here, okay? Your weight might tap the floor, and as you extend the arms, meaning straighten them, you do a little hip lift. Not this, not that, okay? It's little, it's a baby one. And if you don't want to do the hip lift, you don't have to. Just really tighten up that core. Upright row burpee, without further ado. I'm going to use a 15 for that one, for the tricep. All right. Whew. And then we have that row to fly, and that's the last time. Ready? Here we go. I don't know why I always make a face. You know, this would be a fun one you could stack on too. Maybe next time. I usually open with something like this, but it feels different. Remember your point. Your points here, your form points, you come up without rounding the back. Use your legs. Last one. Time. All right. Skull crusher. We'll do this one twice. And then row to fly. All right. So straighten So as we straighten, right, I had to tell myself, hip lift. Look at your elbows. Make sure they're not moving forward and back. Tuck. Keep your feet light. If you can make a mental note of which leg is crossed over, so next time just cross the other leg over. You don't have to, but if you can think about it, it's good to do. Last one. Whew. Row to fly. I thought this one was going to be super easy. Brace that core. Remember to pull back on your row, not up. It's more pull. Use your back to lift those weights, not your hands. Keep that gaze slightly forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. No more of that one. All right, 2 moves. The tricep and the upright row burpee. So I'm going to keep my 15 for that one. Take that 30-second break. And take a little child's pose. Don't worry, we're going to stretch everything out. Ready? Ooh, I'm going to start here this time. Abs are tight. Maybe find your plank. Here we go. We only have to do this one more time. After this, you can also be here. Maybe get lower in that squat. Squeeze those glutes a little more. Last one. Ooh, down on the floor. So we did have triceps a little bit with this one. Ooh. I'm going to cross left over right. Arms back. So curl, lower. So we lift the hips as we straighten. Keep those heels down by your glutes. Harder position for a tricep. Overhead extension. I use it a lot with one weight. So I want you to straighten those arms, really flex. So if you can find a little more hold there, go ahead and do it. Ooh, hold. One more. Bring it in. Ooh. One more time. Another thing you can do on that upright row burpee, you can do one arm at a time. We typically do that with like a snatch. It's a good one. Even if you don't do it now, you can do it maybe next time you do the workout. Ooh, we still have about 8 seconds of recovery. All right. All right, find that plank. Here we go. 30 seconds. So that little burpee can be quick. The upright row is slow. Oh, 15 seconds. Really building strength today. Should be very proud of yourselves. And we squeeze one more. Put them down. Whew. Take a victory lap. Whew. Let that heart rate come down. Cheers. So I was saying before I started taking creatine, and if you take creatine, you can either let me know or write it in the comments. when this goes live. I'm only on, I think I just finished week 2. You have to stay consistent with it. I'll tell you what I'm taking. We're going to start standing. Feet wide. Ooh, hands on your hips. Head above your heart. As your heart rate comes down, you can go lower. So I don't like gummies typically. I never did. I don't love them, but I'm trying them because I don't want to add another powder to my list of things I do. Not that I do a lot, but I take Element electrolytes, hold it to the side. So I really didn't want to. They do have a creatine electrolyte blend, but I really like my Element, so I don't want to give that up. One hand down, one arm up. Rotate that wrist. Open and close. Bring it all the way up. Fingertips to your temples. Give me a little cat-cow. So I'm using the Sour Peach Create gummies because I like peach. And it's not that sour. But I just don't like the gummies because I don't like sugar. I don't really eat a lot of sugar. But I do it in the middle of the day because I feel like I don't like to do it in the morning. I don't like to start my day with elevated blood sugar. Even though they say they're like, 0 sugar, they got something in there. Okay, you don't see crystals, bring it up, and think it's not sugar. But it is third-party tested, which I like. I was telling my son about it, and he's like interested. I think he's taking, mega doses of creatine, like powder. Last one. Open up the chest. And then bring your right arm up, bend that elbow, and then take a side bend with it. Make sure your knees are bent here. Nice little lat stretch. We did a lot of back today. And then bring that arm in front. Rotate that wrist again. I think I forgot to rotate the wrist on the other side. All right, open the chest again. I love when my Apple Watch says, end workout. No, not. Cool down is part of the workout. Bring your other arm up. Stretch that tricep. You would think Apple would know that. It's like just because my heart rate is coming down to normal doesn't mean my workout's over. Dummy. Arm in front. Only kidding, Apple. Love you. All right. Ooh. All right, take a deep breath. Let everything go. You can either be here or here. Wiggle those hips. Ooh, and roll it up. Big deep breath. Hands in your heart. Love you guys. With that said, make sure you hydrate after this class. And if you have any questions, you can let me know.